probably wouldn't have gone live yet. But lucky for you, and because we got cut off on the last show, my computer had a blue screen failure. So I didn't go back live again. I was like, fuck it at that point. But that's what happened. So now you know the story. Well, it looks like the Noco boost might not hold its charge very long. I don't know, man. I figured you charge something like that and it just stays charged until you use it. You know? I don't know. Maybe last time I used it, I didn't bring it back in the house and recharge it, but I doubt it. I will charge it up fully and then I'll put it back in the vehicle and I'll let it sit out there and then I'll test it and find out. Those things should hold a charge for, until they get used. It's just like when I pull out an old cell phone and I turn it on and the battery's at 100%, It's not being used. Why would it lose its charge, I guess some batteries do over time. So hello everybody, welcome to the show. Hope you guys are doing great. Yes. We're going to be talking about well, there's a video. I'll just pull it up. Hopefully I can. Oh yeah, that's right, I put it on Twitter, so it makes it easy to find. Let me get over there. Hello to all of you that are saying hello to me, which doesn't look like anybody yet. Oh, hey, Karen. How's it going? All right, so hey, how are you? I'm good. Yeah, everything's fine. Just been working really hard outside. Yeah. Huh. It's weird. I don't know. That's stupid. I heard the phone ring. I just it was saying wireless caller, so I didn't look to see. I just figured it was another one of those stupid phone solicit. Okay. So what's going on? Yeah, I fell yesterday, but I'm okay. I was trying to pull I was trying to pry something with a 5 foot long crowbar, and I slipped and I fell through the sawmill, and I don't know how I didn't break any bones, man. I fell really hard. It hurt, but I'm sore today everywhere, my whole body. But I'm fine, luckily I'm okay. So yeah. Oh my, ah, put my oil on it. Good, good. Mm. Hey, that is crazy. Oh, that's terrible. Thank you. Yeah, everything's fine, and you know, I love you too, Mom. You take care. All right, I will. Give, give Dad, give Dad a hug from me, please. Okay. Bye bye. It says I've got 5 viewers. You got kicked off. Well, I'll do my show anyway. Fuck them. Maybe they don't like my title. I wonder if the notifications went out on Facebook. You know?
As the U.S. struggles with an epidemic of gun violence, last night a federal judge overturned the ban on assault weapons in California, and the NRA, of course, cheered the decision. In the ruling, Judge Roger Benitez declared the state's.
Can I just say there's no such thing as an assault weapon? Okay, so he's a fucking liar already. This ban on assault weapons, there's no such thing. Whoever came up with that term's a fucking idiot.
32-year ban violates the Second Amendment's right to bear arms, writing in part, like the Swiss Army knife, the popular AR-15 rifle is a perfect combination of home defense weapon and homeland defense equipment. Fred Gutenberg, who lost his daughter, Jamie, in the Parkland school massacre, reacted to that comparison this morning on CNN.
Now, look, let me just say this. When he compares the gun to a Swiss Army knife, he's not comparing a gun to a knife. He's using the multi-purpose functionality of a Swiss Army knife. In other words, he could have used like a Leatherman. You know, Leatherman's a multi-tool. Who knows what a Leatherman is? Enoch, you know what a Leatherman is? It's a tool. It's a multi-function tool. It's a pliers. It's got a can opener. It's got a knife built into it. It's got screwdrivers and saws and scissors. Everything. He could have said Leatherman, right? The aspect of the Swiss Army knife is that he was comparing the functionality of a AR-15 to wasn't the fact that it's a knife. It was the fact that it's something that has a lot of different functions, right? So listen to these little fucking cry ass, little fucking pussy motherfucking cream puff snowflake bitch ass lefty liberal cunts that want to grab your guns away. Listen how they phrase all this.
My daughter's in a cemetery, excuse me, because a Swiss Army knife was not used.
The guy wasn't comparing Swiss Army knife to the guns and saying that the guy, oh, it's dumb as if somebody used a Swiss Army knife. This is the dumbest fucking liberal argument I've ever heard in my entire life. These people are fucking idiots and they're making themselves look like dumbasses.
Because it was an AR-15. My daughter was on the 3rd floor. If a Swiss Army knife were used, my daughter...
He wasn't talking about using the Swiss Army knife in a mass killing, you moron. You fucking egg-headed moron. You're the one that sent your daughter off to be murdered, you douchebag. If you loved your daughter so much, you should have fucking kept her home and you should have homeschooled her. But you sent her off to a fucking Target gallery to go be picked off by some fucking maniac. It's your fault. Don't blame guns because you're a horrible father. Fuck you.
And most of those other kids and adults would be alive today. And now they say it's common. It's typical. No, you're...
Yeah, it is common. My buddy's got 7 AR-15s. It's very typical. It's a very common, it's a very popular gun. I'll be getting one in 30 days if this bill goes through. Guaranteed. I'll be buying one, maybe more.
Full of crap, Judge, and you are going to lose.
No, he's not a full of crap judge. And you're attacking the man and not his legislation. And if he loses or wins, you know, it has nothing to do with how you feel about the man personally. That full of crap judge is defending my right to defend myself from a corrupt government that would come to my house and try to take my rights away from me, like my right to collect rainwater or to plant a garden in my front yard or to smoke cannabis. You know, fuck your corrupt government. I want a goddamn AR-15. Everyone should have one in their home. Several of them.
The judge also went after the media, saying, quote, one is to be forgiven if one is persuaded by news media and others that the nation is awash with murderous AR-15 assault rifles.
Yeah, he's like, you know, the media fucking spouts this constantly, so it's forgivable. These people are like, oh, these rifles are everywhere, and it's about, yeah, well, there's a lot of them because they're popular. You know, even more of a reason to say, you know, look, why aren't there more fucking mass murders? You know, since they're everywhere, you'd think there would be a lot more mass murders everywhere, right? Since they're so popular and they're so fucking...
Facts, however, do not support this hyperbole, and facts matter. Facts do matter, and here are some to consider. Of the 10 deadliest mass shootings in U.S. history, 6 involved assault-style weapons.
Well, okay, 6 of them used rifles. Oh, okay. Wow, you know, and in all of the murders where a vehicle was used, all of them used gasoline in the car, you know, or diesel fuel. It's like in all of the murders where a car was used, there were tires on the car. It was a tire-styled vehicle that did it.
Narrowed down the timeline to just the deadliest shootings in just the last decade.
I think she's making a point
worse. The shooters in 8 of those chose.
You know, your fear of a weapon that makes it easier for someone to kill a bunch of people in a mass murder also makes it a lot easier for me to defend myself from a corrupt government. Sucks to be you.
Assault-style rifles.
California's ban on certain semi-automatic rifles has weathered decades of opposition until now. San Diego U.S. District Judge Roger Benitez ruled to overturn it, passed in 1989 on the heels of an elementary school shooting in Stockton, California that left 5 children dead.
Yeah, and did that stop all the other killings that have happened since 1985 in the state of California? Huh. I remember San Bernardino as one. Did that stop that murder? No, it didn't. Great law.
The law was touted as California's first Assault Weapons Act. It established what an assault weapon is and made them illegal to buy or possess.
Oh, so the law established what an assault weapon is. Okay. Okay. The law established what an assault weapon is.
That's in California. This week, Judge Benitez ruled that ban was unconstitutional and deprived law-abiding Californians of weapons allowed in other states, weapons he compared to Swiss Army knives.
Exactly. And I agree. Now let's go into this a little bit deeper, shall we? Let's do a dab, too. Wait, are we broadcasting on Facebook, guys? Maybe I should check. It says 14 out of 15, but nobody's saying anything in my chat. I just hate that I'm wasting my breath right now. So just bear with me. Anybody on Facebook can say hello to me. I'd really appreciate it. Oh, Dominic, thank you, buddy. Okay, great. Thank you. I'm trying to do a show here, man. I was hoping people might participate in the chat, you know?
If a Swiss Army knife had been used at Pulse, we would have had a birthday party for my best friend.
Hey, man, that guy never said that compared a fucking AR-15 to a Swiss Army knife in the fact that the Swiss Army knife is a weapon. All right, you fucking idiot. Why are you grabbing this narrative, you fucking liberal ass licker? Why the fuck are you grabbing this narrative, you fucking lackey, fucking sheep, lemming moron, you fucking indoctrinate, you fucking idiot?
Friend last week, not a vigil. The weapons we are talking about don't come with a nail file and a corkscrew just in case you get lost in the woods with a bottle of wine.
In his ruling, Judge Benitez wrote,
The guy never said that it did. The guy was saying that it's a common gun. It serves multi-purposes like a Swiss Army knife. It's a common knife. It serves multiple purposes. It's a common tool as far as guns are concerned. You know, that was the reference to Swiss Army knife. Not, oh, it's just as dangerous as a Swiss Army knife. He never made that fucking he never made that correlation. And it's so stupid that these fucking ass-licking liberal nitwits, you know, come out here and try to make the judge sound like he's crazy. It's not what the judge said. All right, you fucking idiots. All right, you fucking liars. All right, you fucking narrative toters. It's the only way you're going to be able to win this is if you lie to the public.
Wrote, firearms deemed as assault weapons are fairly ordinary, popular, modern rifles. Benitez's decision is being celebrated by pro-gun groups, one suing the state of California. And
Celebrated! Oh, yeah, celebrate! Celebrate no gun laws! Come on! Yeah, they're celebrating. They try to make people like me look so fucking bad. Like, I'm so evil. I'm celebrating. Yay! I'm getting my freedom back. Yay! I'll be able to protect myself against a fucking corrupt government. You know, I don't want to have to do that. Hey, Steve, what's up, buddy?
this case said that it was, quote, delighted with the outcome. But those calling for stricter gun laws are outraged.
Frankly, the wording in that ruling sounds like it's taken directly from an email or a memo written by the National Rifle Association.
Well, who gives a fuck? Both of them are trying to protect my Second Amendment rights. Who cares if it sounds like something from the NRA? I fucking support the NRA. Suck my dick, you stupid fucking dumb cunt, bitch.
First nominated by President George W. Bush in
Oh, nominated by George Bush? Okay, like George Bush was a fucking monster. Okay.
2003, Judge Benitez has a history of butting heads with the state of California in its efforts for stricter gun laws.
Good.
In 2017, he issued an initial injunction blocking the state's high-capacity magazine ban. Eventually, a federal appeals court upheld his ruling, declaring the ban unconstitutional.
See that? See that? He said the shit was unconstitutional, this crazy judge, and they agreed with him because he's so crazy and he's butting heads. Well, they agreed with his decision. Let's go back and listen to that again. The crazy judge who they all agreed with? Isn't that weird?
It sounds like it's taken directly from an email or a memo written by the National Rifle Association.
First nominated by President.
Why are Americans so crazy about guns? Because we've got a crazy fucking government, Eric, that does crazy lying bullshit. You might not be familiar with the United States government around the world, Eric, but they go around the world and they brutalize people, they bomb folks, they gas people, they do all kinds of they torture people, they do all kinds of horrible shit, Eric. So, we want guns, we're crazy about guns because we're crazy about our freedom, and we're not a bunch of pussies. I don't know where you live, but you guys are probably a bunch of pussies, and the government can come run you fucking over anytime they want because you don't want fucking guns. Well, we're different over here. We want to protect our fucking rights.
President George W. Bush in 2003, Judge Benitez has a history of butting heads with the state of California in its efforts for stricter gun laws. In 2017, he issued an initial injunction blocking the state's high-capacity magazine ban. Eventually, a federal appeals court upheld his ruling,
Oh, yeah, the federal appeals court upheld his ruling. Huh, isn't that crazy? And they're sitting here trying to tell you, they try to say it really fast so you don't catch that. Oh, and the judge came up with a decision that was, he felt was imposing on people's rights for firearms. Oh, and the state and the federal judgeship agreed with him. The whole world have crazy governments? Well, Eric, if you don't want to be able to protect yourself, that's on you, bro. I want a gun to be able to protect myself against fucking illegal cops, illegal government, crazy motherfuckers trying to rob me, whatever. I want to be protected. I want to be fully protected.
declaring the ban unconstitutional. And last year, Benitez blocked a law requiring background checks for ammo purchases, calling the law defective.
Yeah, why the fuck do you need a background check to get goddamn ammunition for a gun you already own? Are you fucking kidding me? Stupid law. Thank you, Judge Benitez. Thank you.
And a burden on the Second Amendment in his opinion granting a preliminary injunction. The state says it is appealing the latest ruling. Among the families,
the state's appealing that, but it stands, so I can go to the store and I can go buy bullets for my gun. I don't have to be subjected to a 7-day fucking background check. So I can get fucking bullets for a gun I already own. It's fucking stupid fucking law. The judge makes more sense than anybody.
of those lost to mass shootings, there is a sense of fear that what happened to their loved ones could happen again.
I'm upset for the loss of my daughter and for all the other victims, but I am...
Hey, let me just say this. You live in a society where you think that you're supposed to send your daughter to school, and you're supposed to go to rock concerts to have fun, and you're supposed to be around large groups of people, and you need to go to the grocery store to get your groceries instead of being at home and collecting rainwater and growing your own vegetables and doing your own thing. And hey, man, that's the society that you subscribe to, bro. Now your daughter has died because you subscribe to that moronic sense of indoctrination. If you lived out on a farm and you grew your own food, and you educated your daughter on your own, she wouldn't be dead right now. But you did exactly what a good citizen does. You did exactly what the fucking government told you to do, and look where it got you. Over something that I need to protect myself about the same fucking government that got your daughter killed in a government school.
Fearful because I know there's someone out there right now who will go out and buy an AR-15 because of this judge and use it.
This ruling, if it were to stand, would make our country a more dangerous place. Assault-style weapons make our country a more dangerous place.
Paula Sandoval, CNN, New York.
Assault-style weapons make our country a more dangerous place. Maybe that guy. Maybe the people that are sending their kids off to school as little, ducks in a shooting gallery. Hey, man, sure, yeah, I understand. But, you had the choice not to have kids. I didn't have kids, so I don't have to worry about that shit. It's not my fucking problem. Do you understand that? Some people have a hard time understanding that problem. When it comes down to it, your personal choice is to have that child. Your personal choice was to send that child to a fucking school. You don't get to take my right to protect myself away because you decided to play the government's fucking game. I refuse to play into that fucking game. You've got...
And I want to bring in...
You got a lot more freedom than you fucking think you do. And you thought you had to have kids. Hey, man, how'd that work out for you? How'd that work out? Oh, you wanted grandkids, now she's dead. Now you're never going to have grandkids. How'd that work out for you? Now you mourn every day for the rest of your life. How'd that work out for you? Did you do what society told you to do? Did you have the child like society told you to? It fucking sucks, doesn't it? You didn't have to. You don't have to have kids, people. Just word to the wise. You don't have to have kids. I know it's really hard for some of you to imagine that. Even some of you that haven't had children yet. It's hard for you to imagine that. But hey, man, I've made it this far. I have no kids. Sending a child to sit in a school where they're going to get shot by someone with a rifle isn't my fucking personal problem. You know, if you want me to deal with it, I say you protect your schools and your children just like you protect your fucking precious money in your banks. Okay, what's more important? What's more? Oh, you'll put police officers to protect your precious money. Yeah, you'll pay for that. But schools, no. No, I don't want guns near my children. Well, your choice. It's your choice.
Survivor of that 1989 mass shooting in Stockton, California that led to the law. Judy Weldon was a teacher at Cleveland Elementary School. She rescued a child shot 3 times during the rampage. Judy, thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, of course.
What went through your mind, Judy, when you first learned the assault weapons ban had been overturned?
First of all, it's a devastating blow to survivors and all the families of survivors who experience almost as much trauma. There are so many people who have had to flee bullets, and just that alone, even if they're not injured, is traumatic. So it's devastating, but it's also his behavior, this judge's behavior, is grossly irresponsible. And his descriptions of the AR-15, that it is an ordinary weapon, that it is popular. Since when does popularity enter into following the laws? His whole description and his whole ruling is terribly flawed.
Let's read some of the judge's own words directly. He said, quote, "Like the Swiss Army knife, the popular AR-15 rifle is a perfect combination of home defense weapon and homeland defense equipment, good for both home and battle." And again, he adds, "Firearms deemed as assault weapons are fairly ordinary, popular, modern rifles."
Right, modern, popular, ordinary. They are ordinary because they are produced en masse. But that doesn't mean that they should be legal just because they're produced. That there is no reason for an assault weapon to be in the hands of ordinary citizens. They were originally created for the military, for mass killings. They should not be used as mass killings on the streets and in places of where families and other citizens go.
I want to talk to you, Judy, before our time is up, about the context surrounding what led to the law in the first place that has now been overturned, although we do expect an appeal. Tell us what you went through so many years ago at that school, what you went through, what you experienced that led to that law.
There were, over 700, almost 1,000 people on campus.
I don't live in fear, Bob. Yeah, it's a personal choice. Yeah, if you're scared, that's your own problem. Not my fucking problem.
That day between children and staff. And we all went through the most traumatic thing that one could imagine, a person on our campus with an assault rifle shooting children across the schoolyard, first, second, and third grade children. When you see 30 children drop and 5 more children drop on the schoolyard who do not ever get up again, who do not ever go home with their parents again, you know that some horrible tragedy has occurred. I am just now, this is 32 years later, and we are getting ready to do a presentation at a youth leadership academy by the district attorney's office here. And some students who have not even spoken to me in 32 years are coming forward even today. They are now finally able to share their story after all this time. So when you look at the effects of gun violence, these are children that I'm speaking about that weren't even injured. They were just on the yard. When you look at the ripple effect of gun violence, think about the people who fled the bullets. Think about the people in Las Vegas who fled the bullets. There's over 600 that fled bullets, who thought they were going to die. Those people are suffering from PTSD, and we know that statistically by looking at data of gun.
I could say the exact same things that the United States government and all local, state, and county governments all around the United States and the world have done to people. You know, let's just flip it, okay? Let's just flip her little argument right there. Let's flip her little argument. Listen to this.
The yard. When you look at the ripple effect of gun violence,
when you look at the ripple effect of government violence,
think about the people who fled the bullets.
Think about the people who fled the United States government.
Think about the people in Las Vegas.
Think about the people, you know, all over the world who the United States has dropped bombs on. You know, who United States soldiers have gone into their homes and raped their families.
Who fled the bullets.
Who fled the United States bullets. You know, who fled the bombs from the United States.
600 that fled bullets.
600? You know, I'm sure it's more like, you know, 60,000, 600,000 people affected that have been murdered by the United States federal government and its fucking lies and its bullshit. Why don't you think about all the people who don't have fucking health care in the United States? How about those people? How about all the homeless people? How about all the people that don't have food? How about all those people? What the people that the government brutalizes every day by not feeding them? How about that?
Thought they were going to die. Those people.
Yeah, think of all the people who thought they were going to die by the hand of the United States government. You know, what about all the people that the United States government tortured? We tortured some folks. Yeah, you did. You did. You know, you also drone bombed some folks too.
People are suffering from PTSD.
Yeah, a lot of people are suffering from PTSD because of the corrupt United States federal government. And that's why I need a weapon. That's why I need the best weapon I can get my hands on. So these motherfuckers can't come into my house and do the same thing to me that they've already proven to us time and time again. People like Graham Elwood and Lee Camp that are anti-gun, that have exposed the United States federal government for all the brutality that they do, and they still want to take my fucking gun away from me? Are you fucking kidding me, Graham? Jesus fucking Christ!
We know that statistically by looking at data of gun violence effects. When you multiply every mass shooting by the number of victims who fled the scene and their families dealing with the same trauma, look at how many people in our country are dealing with trauma from gun violence.
Yeah, and how many people has the United States murdered in war? Yeah, how many Iraqis died because the United States went over to Iraq and bombed them? Oh, that's right. 1 million people. She's talking about handfuls of people compared to 1 million people that we fucking murdered on a lie. And that's the same government that I should surrender the only thing that I have to protect myself against them to? I should just surrender my weapon over to them? No, thank you. No, thank you. I make a lot more sense than this fucking dumb bitch does.
Whether it's one-on-one in the street, whether it's abuse in the home, whether it's...
Esteban, I'm sorry to hear that. Kai, thank you. Esteban, I'm sorry to hear that. It's terrible. Never felt the need to own a weapon, and with every shooting these days, I just want another. Yeah. There's no need to live in fear. Just arm yourself. You know, I don't live in fear.
It's mass shootings.
Really good
gun violence in America is too prevalent.
And for you, you had your own personal experience. You saw children die.
Now look at the headline. Look at this stupid bullshit headline. Federal judge likens AR-15 to Swiss Army knife. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. He likened the functionality of the AR-15 to the functionality of the Swiss Army knife. So this line right here is a CNN lie. It's another fucking lie. Right there. Just the way they word that. He was talking about the functionality, and like I said, he should have said Leatherman instead of Swiss Army knife. He's not a really good politician. You know, and he probably could have worded it smarter. not really helping the gun cause, man, by saying what he said. But at the same time, I know what he meant, and you know what he meant, and everybody else knows what he meant. And by CNN changing the narrative like this, they're hoping that you're so stupid that you're literally going to think that he's comparing the deadliness of an AR-15 to the deadliness of a Swiss Army knife. And that's just not what he was saying. And if anybody disagrees with me, if anybody agrees with this narrative right here, speak up, and I'll set you straight. You've been lied to. You're an indoctrinate.
In the arms of teachers on that day back in 1989. And Judy Weldon, you're here to share
Right on,
your
Billy. Right on,
experience and your
Dominic.
reaction to this news out of California, what this federal judge has done with the law. Thank you, Judy, for making time for us today.
Thank you very much for having us. We appreciate the time. And
oh, shut the fuck up. Trying to take the only way I have to defend myself against the goddamn corrupt government away from me. Fuck you. And in doing that, you remove my ability to protect myself against just regular folks that would do me harm. You know, it's like, fuck you. You motherfuckers. Fuck you. You know, you're the idiots that sent your kids off to school to have them fucking murdered. Don't blame me and don't take my ability to protect myself because your life sucks for the rest of your existence. You know, that's why I chose not to have kids. You know, you guys are taught since you're babies that you're supposed to have children. And you listen to that, and a lot of you feed into it, and you believe it, and you think that your name is supposed to be perpetuated with more people, with your genes. I gotta tell you, I couldn't give a fuck whether or not my name is carried on. I couldn't give a fuck. Let me tell you something. I've got plenty of videos and documentation on the internet of me. And if it all disappeared today, if they deleted every last video of me and it was like I never even existed, oh well, who fucking cares? I don't give a fuck. Fuck you. You don't deserve to hear my knowledge. How about that? Fuck off. You don't want to fight to hear me, you know, and most of you won't fight to fucking hear this show. You'll do a little bit. You'll do this, you'll do that, but you won't spend $2 on somebody else's podcast super chat to ask them to have me on their show. That's cool. It's cool. I know. We're good like that. You know, the point I'm trying to make here is that we are a speck of dust. We will be gone soon enough. The human race will be wiped from this entire universe. There will be no more life left. Nobody gives a fuck. There's not going to be a history. There's not a library. Nobody's going to come read about you. Nobody's going to come read about Donald Trump or anybody, right? It's all one day. It's all going to be gone. It doesn't fucking matter when you realize that. So, you know, just trying to make the best of what you got here while you're alive, and don't play so much into this whole fucking narrative that society shoves down your fucking throat every day. Because in reality, what it all comes down to is your survival and your happiness, and fuck everything else. Fuck everything else. You know, it's not about having a family and creating more people and then supporting them. It's not about that. You know, if you didn't get married and have kids, those people wouldn't fucking exist. Think about that. There would be nothing for you to have to fight for and defend. It would be you. And you could focus on you. You could focus on, you know, making yourself happy, not worrying about everybody else. You know, my father, all he ever did his whole life was worry about everybody else, man. He work. He never did anything fun. I mean, they went on vacations. They enjoyed that. That was it. But my father didn't have a fucking hobby. My father did not have a hobby. You know? It was work. Why? Because society told him, you know, to get married, find a beautiful wife, have kids, go to the synagogue, get the job and then be successful, and then let all your old family members into the business, so everybody's making money, and then you got to be that fucking hamster on the goddamn wheel your whole fucking life, just running on that wheel, running on. The next thing you know, you can't fucking talk anymore. You're just a shell of a human being, and your brain is plaqued up, and you can't even fucking talk. And what good was all of that? Scott H., I have no idea what you're talking about. I've been working my ass off, man. I'm tired. I am tired. But I ordered the motor for my sawmill, and I ordered new blades. I ordered a new blade just to see if this one would fit, because I'm too lazy to go down there and measure. I know it's 124 1/4 inch. The blade I found was 124, and it was only $12. So I was like, I'll just order one, and then if that one fits on there, then I'll buy 8, because 8s you get like a really nice discount for 8 blades. And I'm gonna cut a lot of wood. Once I get my new motor, man, I'm stoked. I'm gonna get the new motor on my sawmill. That thing's gonna run so good. I'm gonna have to put a brand new blade on it, and I'm gonna rip me some fucking. I already ripped me some planks, man. I showed you guys my pictures. I cut them today to 8 feet. I got some nice planks. I got to bring them up to the deck and put them up there on the deck, and then the deck will be good. They're like 2x4 planks. It's like 2x4s that haven't been stripped out. More like a thick plank. So, that's pretty cool. It's a big ass log, man. I'm getting a lot of wood off. It's still on the sawmill because the motor gave out on me. So the log is still sitting on the mill. It's still got probably 2 or 3 good strips left in it. Just depending on how close I can get it to the blade. It can only hold it for so far before it pushes it off the edge. And then you're left with like this semicircle strip. Both will kill. I believe that is what the judge was making a point. Dominic Leo. No, the judge was not making that a point, Dominic Leo. See, it's like you hear CNN. He wasn't saying that the Swiss Army knife will kill you. He was saying that a Swiss Army knife has multiple functions, and so does that rifle. All right, Dominic, do you get it now, Dominic? I already fucking explained it, Dominic. Did you get in here late? He wasn't saying that a Swiss Army knife will kill you. God damn! Fuck! This is the problem right here. Dominic literally believes that the judge was saying that a Swiss Army knife can kill you or the AR-15 can kill you. That's what Dominic thinks the judge meant. Yeah, I know. We're careful. You got to be careful. I know. We're careful with the bandsaw. We pull the logs through with winches, bro. We're nowhere near the blade. Esteban, you know anybody that's been cut by a bandsaw? Nobody's talking. Nobody's talking about killing anybody with a Swiss Army knife. A Swiss Army knife is a tool with multiple functions. That's why he said Swiss Army knife. And I guess Dom doesn't get that. You get it now, guys? I just feel sorry for y'all, man. A lot of you. I mean, I see the problem. I see the problem right here in my chat. Dominic literally thinks that the judge meant a Swiss Army knife could kill you. Did you hear the judge, Dom? Did you hear the judge? Did you hear him speak? You know, did you see his statement? Did you read the judge's statement about the Swiss Army knife? Or are you just reading headlines? You know, because if you had read what the judge had said, you'd realize he was using Swiss Army knife not to use it as the fact that it's, you know, some kind of a weapon, but the fact that it's a multifunction tool. Because what he said immediately after that was the AR-15 is good for home defense and national defense or homeland defense. Multiple functions. Not that it's for killing, not that the Swiss Army knife kills you and the gun kills you. Dom, I'm going to ask you again. Did you see the statement the judge made? You still haven't answered me. Did you see the statement that the judge made? I mean, when you see something like that, do you fucking read it and comprehend it? Because you didn't. Well, then how can you make a fucking comment about something you haven't even seen, bro? God, man, this is the problem, man. You're going by headlines and shit that you've seen floating around. You didn't read the goddamn judge's statement? Look, let's read it. All right, here's the statement. Here's the statement, since you haven't read it and you want to comment on it and act like you know what the judge was fucking saying, which just sickens me to death. Like the Swiss Army knife, and this is in quotes, the popular AR-15 rifle is a perfect combination of home defense weapon and homeland defense equipment. Now let me ask you this. Is the Swiss Army knife the perfect combination of home defense weapon and homeland defense equipment? Of course not. Of course not, Dom, right? A Swiss Army knife has a screwdriver, it's got a can opener, it's got a little saw blade in it, it's got a little knife, it's got scissors, it's got a toothpick, it's got little tools in it. It serves multiple purposes. That's what he's talking about, a Swiss Army knife. When he's referring to the gun, he's not saying that the knife on the Swiss Army knife is the perfect combination of home defense weapon and homeland defense equipment. And if you had read the goddamn statement, you'd know that. But you better get your news from CNN, you sucker. Don't be a sucker. You know, go research shit for yourself, especially if you're going to come up in here and try to have a conversation with me about it. You know, I'd love to talk to you guys about shit, but I want you guys to educate yourselves too. You know, and I want to see that you guys are at least making an effort to get yourselves informed. You know, and I don't want to have to sit here and scream at you to make a point. I'd rather just sit here and, like sometimes I do, and applaud you guys and be like, exactly. You know, this is, I don't have a compressor, Bob! My compressor's in the other room. I would rather sit here and clap and say, yes, you get it. And I love when I do that. I would so much rather have a show like that. So do me a favor, man. You guys make a little effort, man. Like, pay attention more to stuff. And don't be so lazy brained. And I don't mean to say you're dumb or stupid or anything like that. But I mean, don't be so lazy with your minds. You know, use them and listen and learn and try. And if something seems silly, you know, if like for instance, if this judge in the statement about the Swiss Army knife, if you think it sounds silly that a judge would compare the lethality of a Swiss Army knife to an AR-15, then go see what the judge said, because that doesn't sound right, does it? I mean, you literally fucking said that to me. You said both will kill. I believe that is what the judge was making a point, says Dominic. Not at all, Dom. Not at all. Glad you didn't have your JBLs on. No, I don't think the software has a compressor on it. I wish it did, man. I'd turn it on. Let me see here. Global devices. Yeah, I don't see a compressor. It's too bad, man. How's that? Can you guys still hear me okay? If I do that, is that okay? Does that make it better? Tell me how we're doing. How's the volume? Is it still loud enough to hear me? Or is it too quiet? Am I too quiet? You guys want me louder? Am I not loud enough? No, I like to yell. Am I yelling? How's the sound, guys? Tell me how the sound is. What's it sound like? Does it sound okay? How's the sound? What's it sound like, guys? How's the sound? Can you hear me? Is it off? Is it on? Hello? Anybody? Anyone? Okay, Bob says okay. Okay, fine. I was waiting, man. I'm just like, you guys, I get so fucking frustrated. I'll just sit here and I'll just be like, okay, well, I'm not going to get mad at y'all because it's probably not you guys. It's probably bandwidth, you know, why I'm not seeing your chat. It's kind of quiet. All right, so I'll turn it up. How's that? Is that a happy medium, guys? Where do you like it there? Is that better? You like the sound now? Everyone's got slow internet, man. Braggers. You freaking bleeding heart snowflake gun grabbers. Nobody sees my tweets, huh? Nobody sees my tweets because my tweets do not get seen. They don't get seen by anyone. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. This is just fucking sad. This is just fucking sad. This is just fucking sad bullshit. Bullshit. Dude, it seems quiet because nobody's fucking talking, man. People won't come to my show. You know, if there was a bunch of people here, we'd have a lot to talk about. I mean, I'd get here and I'd sit here and get high and have fun with y'all and all kinds of fun shit, but you know, it's boring for me too, man, when you guys don't fucking talk and you guys don't share the video. And you don't get more people here, man. It sucks for me too. My show is just not entertaining enough. You know? Thought I had something to say, you know, I thought we had a good conversation, but you know, I guess, you know, you guys aren't worried about the government coming and taking your shit away from you like I am. So, you know, I'm more, you know, focused on it and concerned about it. And I think a lot of people just want to look the other way and not have worries. And, you know, there's going to become a day when you guys are going to have to make a fucking decision, man. But whether you're going to try to survive or you're just going to take your own lives. And, you know, my sister decided the latter. It's too bad because I'm of the camp that you fight with every last fucking breath, you know, and you never fucking just give up and throw in the towel. Thank you, Chaz Livermore. Thank you, buddy. You guys that are sharing, thank you guys. I'm gonna dab for you right now. So, you know, I feel sad that when a bunch of people don't watch this when I'm talking about, especially about stuff like this. Man, I see a lot of people that are gonna get raped, they're gonna get murdered, they're gonna lose all their shit. Because they don't take the shit seriously enough, man. And it's too bad. And I know some of you feel like you're powerless or you're not in a position to do anything. No, the truth is you're just not willing to really do anything. You'd be surprised how much ability and how much access and how much power you have today. You'd be surprised. But, you know, who the fuck am I and what the fuck do I know? Cheers. don't love my guns, but I love having the right to have them. You know, that's way more important. I definitely love the fact that we're allowed to have them here in this country. One thing I don't love is the fact that we need them. But we do. And I can at least admit that, you know. Billy Sanford snacks along. I remember you. Holy shit, dude. Wow, you came back? I didn't remember you till you said I snack along. Isn't that funny? Billy Sanford, the I snack along guy. You've probably said I snack along 1,000 times in my live stream. I'm internet has been down. I love reading typos out loud. Fuck. Fuck, man, that nobody watches this fucking show, man. Fuck. Fuck. In the Maine woods. Dude, I would love to dig a tunnel out here on the property. That'd be so bad as fuck. A big old fucking, like a storage underground tunnel, like a wine cellar. I could totally do it on my property, dude. My property is totally set up for that. I mean, I've got a nice big fucking slope. You just get the bulldozer and just start digging into the mountain, and man, within a few minutes you'd be fucking underneath it. Hey JG, what's up, buddy? I was thinking about bringing those two slabs up there to the deck and screwing them in. I already cut them to length. All I got to do is screw them down. I got to put them in my truck though to get them up there. That was the thing. I got to take my truck down there. Put them in my truck. No big deal. It'll just take a minute. Throw them in the bed. Drive the truck right up there, man. Take them out. Drop them off. Fucking hop out with the screw gun. Zip those things in, and boom, the deck's finished. 2 slabs and the deck's done, basically. Should be, at least. I don't ever answer my phone. You guys probably realize that. I don't even answer it when I'm off the Put him off the show. Whatever, man. You guys are great, man. It's just my show sucks. And I don't have anybody else to blame, man. I probably shouldn't do it anymore. All right, you guys take care. I will see you tonight, I guess. Bye, guys.